Hi, third graders. Today we are going to look at the standard 3NF3C. And our I can statement is, I can compare unit fractions by reasoning about their size using models. And today the models we are going to use are going to be fraction strips. Okay, so I did put a link to some virtual fraction bars, and it's on the instructions page. So if you would like to use virtual fractions bars, during any of our activities this week, this is a great resource. You just click on the link and then it will take you to a website that looks like this. Up at the top, you'll see this is like a little workspace that you can use. I'm going to drag up my whole fraction bar or my whole bar right here. And this is what we are going to be comparing to. If I would drag up halves, you'll notice it's going to take 2 halves to be equivalent to the whole bar, right? If I use thirds and drag them up, it's going to take 3 fraction bars to equal the same size as the whole bar. And if I want to use eighths, it would take me 8 pieces, right? 8 parts to equal 1 whole bar. This is a great tool for you to use, and you may want to use this as we get deeper into some problem solving this week. Today we're going to be using some or we're just going to be looking at some different visual models that are right on the slide. So you may or may not need to use this, but this tool is here for you in case you want to. All right, so let's get started. We're just going to do one together today. And then what I would like you to do is to do the rest of the slides just so that you can start looking at different fraction sizes and think about what is bigger and what is smaller after you use these models. So you'll notice there are fraction bars right on the page. The first one, so the directions say shade the models to compare the fractions. Circle the larger fraction for each problem. So you'll notice the first one says that they would like us to shade in 2/5. These are fifths because there are 5 parts, right? So I am going to use my marker, the thicker one. Maybe I'll use red. And I am going to carefully color these in. Okay, so this is 1/5. And then this one would be 2/5. Okay, so this is what 2/5 would look like. This means 2 out of the 5 parts are colored in. If I take a look at the next one, it says to color in 2/3. Maybe I'll pick blue. Okay, so it's called thirds because there are 3 parts, right? These are thirds. I have to color in 2 of them, 2/3. Here's 1/3. And 2/3. Now, one thing that I love about using fraction bars or any visual models is because when I'm thinking of fractions, sometimes it's hard for me to picture it in my head, but when I use these visual models, it really makes it easy for me to see which one is bigger now and which one is smaller. So if you take a look, so these numerators are the same. They're both 2. We colored in 2 parts, right, each time, but fifths are smaller than thirds. So 2/5 is going to be smaller than 2/3. So if it says to circle the larger fraction, I'm looking for which one has more colored in, and it would be the 2/3. So now I can just take my pen, and I'm just going to circle 2/3 because it says to circle the larger fraction, and I'm done. All right, so there are about 5 or 6 more of these for you to try on these slides. So that is job number 1. When you get to the bottom slide, it is actually a story problem. So hopefully I'll be able to get to that. Here we go. I'm going to read it to you, and then I'm going to see if you can figure this one out. All right, so it says, after softball, Georgia and Yvette each buy a liter of water. So this is a picture of the liter that they bought. Georgia drinks 3/4 of her water. Yvette drinks 3/5 of her water. Who drinks the least amount of water? So this time they're asking us for the least. So you're going to look at who drank less, right? You can actually cut this water bottle into fourths, and you can cut this water bottle into fifths. Then you have a visual model to use, right? So if you think about what 3/4 would look like, think about what 3/5 would look like, you should be able to figure out who drank less water. So that's going to be your ending job today. Good luck and have fun using these visual models to help figure out and compare your fractions. Thanks. Have a great day.